Good morning. Uh, Hope everybody got their morning coffee. No. Um, Today, no makeup except for my nails, which is about worn off. I can't remember where I put this bottle, but I love this blue. So, really not comfortable with my hair right now. I really just kind of not feeling the whole get up, get ready, do my makeup, all that stuff. This is the first episode of the AM Cafe since changing channels, and since I don't remember what the other ones were about, pretty much this is a restart. And in restarting, I figure I'll just put some music up real quick. Because that's usually pretty fun. And then we get the occasional Facebook message. That was pretty much that for that. So a few of the subjects that we've come into going on lately. A lot of people worried about passing, and a lot of people worry about hormone levels and how they feel. To be honest, in a lot of the groups that I'm in, we all have to know one thing, and what it is we are on this road, and everybody's telling us it's a choice, and we don't see it as a choice. We never will. The conscious choice that we all make is to openly accept ourselves and be who we are. It takes a lot for all of us to be ourselves. And a lot of us have a lot of background stuff going on. Family, school, work. Sometimes coming out is one of the hardest things you can do. But it's always going to get better. No matter how bad it gets, for every negative, there's a positive. And sometimes there's two positives. On the same slide, for every positive, there can be two negatives. But when you sit back and realize that you're in control of how you feel, whether something's negative or something's positive, just always know that it's your path. You cannot change who you are. Every time you fight it, it becomes harder and harder. And that's where things feel negative, and you start getting this moopy, really droopy type, don't want to do anything mode. You know, from my personal experience, I've had a lot of rapid changes in the year. I mean, I've been a year on hormones. You can still see the 5 o'clock shadow. I do get upset about it. But there are things that we all don't like about our bodies. And that's one for me. And then the major dysphoric points that I don't really try to talk about. I skip around words so much. It's my... by the way, I'm getting itchy and it's really weird. So that's some of the stuff that we... the negatives that we need to turn into our own positives. I mean, this is fixable. The dysphoria stuff is not always going to be fixable, and I'm afraid of when I do go for surgery, I will have more or less a different type of dysphoria, and I know I'm going to have a little bit of disorientation, because when you sit back and think, I mean, this is an area that I've seen my whole life, and to me, it's not going to look like it changes much because I don't have much to lose in that area, as more of it's going to be more comfortable to be me, because I'll be able to realize that, okay, this was a step in the path, where's the next step? And to me, transition is ongoing, because even after surgery, the road has to go somewhere. We can't assume the road goes nowhere. So try to stay positive with stuff like that, because there's always going to be people that you care about and that care about you. And I'm slowly finding that out still. See, another topic. Let's see. What other topics do we have in the news lately? We've had TDOR. That's come and gone. And this year we had, at last count, I knew 47 in the United States. Now, this isn't counting the world, and we need to count everybody. Sometimes we may not think of it, but has anyone ever thought of our allies getting harassed for being on our side? I mean, I know that this can happen. I mean, a lot of people look at me, and I'm in a very area where I should have never came out, but in the year of my changes, I haven't had backlash, harassment, or anything. But I have had people not know recently. Most people just assume they're talking to another lady, just some random woman, and it's a great feeling when I realize, crap, I've told another person. But yeah, it's interesting. So, as much as this isn't for the Open Me series, this is a little bit more open on me than AM Cafe. But I really need some more cafe ideas. Let's see. Restaurants. When you're going to restaurants and you sit back and you see stuff, like, I went to Subway, which I am not being paid for this, but I went to Subway, and I know the people that work at my Subway, and I'm in a small town. Like, literally, population's 2,000 people. That was my high school. But when we sit back and watch this, it's amazing how I'm in a small town and nobody really cares. So I go into this restaurant, and if you've ever been in a Subway, have you ever realized that it's kind of like being, when you're ordering your food, it's like being on a Subway in a video like of New York and stuff. You're standing there in a line. I mean, the only best way they could do Subway to make it like a Subway experience is just turn it into like a train tube. That would be kind of neat. Weird. So, a couple other things I really wanted to think about. I think I'm going to work on reading some of the lists of jobs that are accepting. And I think I will start not only sharing those posts on Facebook, but I will also get to reading the list and saying, okay, well, this one here and this one here, and then finding some decent comments. And I want to find some pro and con comments about it. Like, I want to see who's hiring who and how they were actually treated. And let's be honest, there's trans men, there's trans women. We have gender neutral, non-binary people, gender fluid, cross-dressers, I will count. So we are a community, and we need to have each other's back, and this is the best way I can really think on this. So with that said, I'm going to kick the amp back on, and we are going to pretty much sign out.